Well, good afternoon, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. If this is the first time that you're connecting with us, my friend, my name is Carlos Vargas, and it's a pleasure that you're here with us. We help organizations and entrepreneurs to build their live stream and technology skills. So, you saw from today's topic that I am doing something for someone else. So before we continue, I have the chat in here. The chat is over there. So we're gonna be moving around the studio because we're gonna be building something for my precious wife. So I don't know if she's connected. She's doing something else right now. So this is a surprise for her that she asked me and she started the process. And here's where it goes, my friends. So you probably have seen people streaming through their phones for a long time. So that is level one. You just turn on your phone, you go live. But my wife have done it for a while, and now she started to do some other things for her business. So she's doing something that I will not think about streaming, but she's talking about furniture. So if you're a female in the audience, they get together and they talk. Look at what I put on this corner of the house, and they give each other feedback. To me, I'm as a guy, that doesn't make sense, but for her, again, that is her audience. She's interacting, she's having fun, she connects with it, she look for things to help other women. So we were talking about it, and she said, well, what can I do so I can start doing something better? And that's the same thing that probably you that are watching, you probably want to do something better than just turning on your phone and just doing a stream, because you're limited to what you can do on your phone. So we started with the idea. I said, I have some gear in the house. Let's look what we can gather so you can start your studio. And the idea is that she's gonna be right here, right next to me. And the reason is not that I want to have her close because I don't want to let her go. Is that she want to start, so sometimes I may help her with some things, and other times she will do it on her own, and we're connected directly to the internet, and that's something that we're going to be talking about. So what I'm going to be I'm going to share with you is I'm going to show you all the gear and everything that you can use, and I'm repurposing stuff. There's only one new piece of gear that she decided to get, and I'm going to tell you why when we go through it. So while I do this, send me your questions. I'm going to be looking at it. I have another monitor over there that will show me the questions so we can go through this, okay? So let's dive into it. Okay, so let me... Okay, so you should be listening to me. Yep, the mic is there. So I am right here, right now. So the whole thing is that the idea is that she's going to be able to come here and start doing her connection with her friends, and she will sit down in this area with me right next to her, so she will have the view of her space. So the first thing that you need to stream, to do anything with Zoom, to do anything on any area, is that you want to have a decent computer. And when I mention a decent computer, I'm not talking about something that is from 1980s. For streaming, one of the most important things is that you need to have a computer that have a graphic card. So here is something that she grabbed at Costco, and they have a special right now. This is a gaming laptop. And you're gonna say, well, why a gaming laptop? The gaming laptop will give you what you need from a CPU and memory, but it's also gonna give you something special that probably if you're just doing coaching or you're a business person, you probably have never thought about it. And it's a graphic card. And that's what the kids use for streaming or for doing their games. So this computer specifically, this is the MSI E75. And Costco has a special right now that she grabbed, saving $300. And the laptop, it's literally like you have a full computer. So one of the great things that you need is that you need to be able, let me see if you can see it here. You need to see all the ports that come with it. Okay. Yeah, there you go. So you need to have the ports for your USB, for your microphones, for everything that you're gonna connect. And in this video, I'm gonna show you all the equipment and how to connect it. Then later, I'm gonna do another video streaming from here, okay? So the computer is the first thing that you're going to need. So if you're doing Zoom for your events or for your customers, this is the setup that you're gonna use. If you're doing a virtual event and you wanna be able to stream to other people and connect remotely, this is a setup similar that you're gonna use. So after you have your computer, you need a microphone. So I had in the house an Insignia external mic. And one of the cool things about this is that this is very inexpensive, but it allows you to move the audio close to you. A video that doesn't have good audio is a pain. And one of the things that we decided is that we were gonna look for stuff that was around the house, but that also if somebody will needed to buy, that they could do it. So right there, you can go, this was I think $25 to $30. And you're gonna say, Carlos, how good will it sound? Well, the magic is in the computer. Similar to when you are doing something on a venue and the audio person can switch the limiters and switch the controls, you can do the same thing on the streaming software. So this Insignia microphone is gonna allow her to move it whatever she wants. Then, most computers bring a camera in these days. But one of the problems that you have with that camera is that it has a limited resolution. You're looking at me right now from an HD camera. The other one that is over here is also an HD camera for a reason. So you can get captured in a better angle. So, you know, let's see. This is my better angle or this one? I know. They said that you have a better angle. But one of the things to do it is that if you have the capability, after you upgraded your audio, you want to upgrade your camera. And here's one of the things that a lot of people don't realize. You probably have one of these laying around in your house. And this is a camcorder. This is a digital camcorder that probably has an HDMI output. And what this means is that I can then, normally I will use this and play the videos on the TV. So you probably remember when we used to do that, and you have one of these and you don't even know it. So we can use this as a source for our computer. We can connect this, and I have done other videos about this, but you can put this as your streaming camera. Why will you invest or have one of these and connect it to your computer? This have a larger lens and a sensor for everything that you do. So that means that the camera that is on your computer is very small. But this, you can have a better view of how you look. Okay? So after we have this, we need to connect it with something. And again, the only probably piece of gear in addition to the camera that you may need to buy may be what is called a capture card. And there's only 3 brands that I recommend. I have tested a lot of them for our church, for friends and family and businesses that we have worked in the past with. So there is that, I'm using the AGA HDMI. They're not that expensive. And the reason is that they're very simple. No drivers, they work on any computer, or the Elgato Cam Link. These are very simple devices that allow you to connect this guy to this guy, and your computer will see it as a webcam. So right there, you have now a high definition camera that you can connect to your computer. Okay, then all the rest that you're gonna need, probably a power for your phone, so you can, while you stream, you can probably receive messages. because then, or if you're doing something else, you can have your phone connected. So let's start with this, okay? So I want my phone plugged in, so that's the first thing that I check, because then if she sends me a message and I don't respond, she's gonna say that I didn't want to respond. So plug in the phone, again, having it connected. Then you want to have, again, your computer power connected all the time, even though you have a good battery. Here's the reason why. Every laptop can have a great battery. Yep. But when you're using or doing something with streaming, you use more power than what you normally can do. So you actually want to have power directly connected to it so you don't run out of battery. Okay? Then the next thing that we're gonna connect is that we're gonna connect our capture card before anything. So everything is off. So blue port means that it's USB 3, meaning high speed. For streaming, if your computer doesn't have a blue port or something specifically that is calling out USB 3, you probably need a new computer, okay? And the reason is that it will be slower and you may have delays. So connect to the cable, okay? And now all that I have to do is that I'm gonna bring my laptop and my blue port. Okay, so now I have capture card ready. Now I'm gonna need something to connect it. Remember that I said that you have to connect the camera to the laptop. Here's my HDMI, regular HDMI to mini HDMI for the camera. Okay, so I'm going to, normally in every capture card there's an HDMI port. All that you do, plug it in. That's all. Okay, so now we have capture card ready. We have cable for the camera ready. So what do we need? We need to now plug in my camera. But there's something missing. Power. Again, you always want to be able to run your camera with the power adapter, or if it's a digital SLR, you want to bring the power bank. You don't want to run it on a battery. Even though you think that you have enough battery, it will die on you, and then you're gonna have a problem. So you want to work with everything plugged in, okay? And now, one extra piece of gear that you're gonna need is a small tripod. So you can actually have everything connected at a specific height that when you put it on your desk, you can manage it, you can move it, go up. Oh, yep, I'm going to the lights in a moment, William. So I'm going to the lights in a moment. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the camera, and one trick learned after a while is that you want the tripod with the handle facing towards you. Why do you want that? Because now I can untie it and move it up or down when I'm adjusting myself. Okay, so there you have it. So I'm gonna plug in the camera. Okay, now I have almost everything ready, and somebody asked about the lights. So one of the most important things when you're doing a stream is that you need to be well lit. So if you're sitting down, like when I was here, I have the Dancy LED panels. They were the only ones available because I wanted the Elgato key lights, because you can control them through your phone, but you can use a light ring like what I have in here. And the whole idea of the light is to eliminate shadows out of you so the camera can capture you in a better way. So one of the ways to do that is that you need to face the light or position the lights in the correct way. In here, I have what is called a 2-point light system. That is that I'm in the middle and I have two lights that show towards me. In her case, she's gonna have a light ring shining on her. And the reason for it is that it's on an angle. So all the light gonna be coming directly towards her and not affect the eyeglasses. Because in that way, she doesn't have a problem. Okay? So now, last but not least, we need to connect our mic. And again, it's just a USB port. So depending on your connection, you may have one of these, could be a USB-C or a micro USB. And I'm gonna plug it in on my other side. Okay, so this will give me now the flexibility to move the microphone wherever I want it. Okay, so now that I have everything ready, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna lower the camera so you can see where all this is sitting. And I'm gonna tell you why did she decided to get that. So let me show you this. So you are probably looking at a standing desk that allow the equipment to go up and down. And here's the reason why. Let me go back here. There you go. So now with this, she can be sitting down or she can be standing up without a problem. She likes to talk and think, so she can interact with her audience in a better way. And right here, then she can move her camera without a problem and remove me completely from the space without having to do any green screen or anything. And there's several videos that we have done about how to do green screen, but this setup will also allow you to do great green screening because the computer is the one that does it. You need a good camera or a camera that captures you correctly, but you also need a computer that have enough power. And this MSI, again, not talking about Costco, but they have a great special that she got it. Allow you to have anything on Zoom. If you're gonna do vMix for PC, that is the best software for doing your streamings. If you're gonna do StreamYard, if you're gonna do Restream, Live Studio, Be Live, whatever software, then that will allow you to do that. Okay, so let me switch back to the main station and see any other questions that we may have. So give me 1 second. Okie dokie, my friends. So there you have it. So I just show you how you can get this whole setup is under $2,000. And you're gonna say, whoa, you said budget. Well, when you're streaming, depend on the computer, think about it. You're actually creating like a TV show that you're pushing to the different networks. In this case, if you're streaming to Facebook, if you're streaming to Twitch, if you're streaming to YouTube, in the future, if they enable it legally for Instagram or any of the other networks, that there's a lot of them. So your computer need to have, or you need to have the equipment that allow you to do that. You don't need to get everything at once if you don't have to. But the first thing is your computer need to be top notch. And the reason for that is that if you are going to do something, I have a lot of people that send me messages, Carlos, I'm in Zoom and I cannot do green screen. Well, the computer doesn't have the resources. They may have a Surface, they may have an old iMac or an old Mac Air 11-inch or 13-inch that doesn't have a good CPU. And all that comes into play when you have to do all this. So you need a computer that will allow you to do that. Number two, your audio. You heard me coming from here, and then when I went over there, I'm not using this mic. I'm using a lapel mic that is right here. It's right here. So I could capture the audio, so it will allow the person that is listening to this to have a good experience. That's why she's having an external mic that she can control. Then your camera, that's the next step. There's a lot of ways. But start with what you have and add lighting. You need to add light, and it's not your house light. Your house light is yellow. Your computer emits blue white light. So it is not the same. So you need to have a white light that eliminates all that so you can be captured correctly. And then you need to practice. You need to practice. You're gonna make mistakes. I actually spent about, I would say, 2.5 hours this morning setting everything up, setting up that camera so when it come in, I can see it here. So this camera, so the audio, so the music. So you need to practice your craft the same way that you will do with everything else. And then don't be too hard on yourself, my friend. You're gonna start, you're gonna do it, and you're gonna be great. So one of the things that a lot of people sometimes ask me is, Carlos, you have music, and I heard a lot of things about copyright music and stuff like that. So what I did is that I created a resource for you. So if you click this link here, carlosvargas.com/music, you can see some of the music that we play on the streams, and it's completely legal. So your stream also doesn't get cut from everything else. That's the other problem that people are having. They put videos, they put music from YouTube, and they think that that's okay. And now all the networks are actually automatically, if they find a video with music that is copyrighted, they flag it and sometimes remove it, and they can cancel your channel. Doesn't matter how many subscribers you have, they can actually cancel your channel. So if you want to get some of that music, make sure that you go here, carlosvargas.com/music. And as always, if you have any other questions, please guys, let me know. Send me a message. I see Eric, I see William, I see some other people on the platforms. Hey guys, so if you have any other questions, please drop me a message, and we'll be back with now the stream from that computer so we can set everything up for her. So we'll be back in a little while. See you guys.